What's going on, everybody? American Football Network here with another video today. And today we're bringing you guys our Pittsburgh Steelers mock draft. But before we get started, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Comment those thoughts and opinions down below. Help me reach that goal of 1,300 subs by the end of February. I believe we're about 10 away. So let's get going on that, and let's go and hit that goal as we have just a few days left here in February. So let's hit that goal. So check out the link in the description. Our Amazon link. Get I believe free shipping on orders $25 or below. Also check out our podcast website, College Football Round Network. Also check out our buddies down at the bottom of the description. Let's go ahead and get started on the video. So the 20th pick in the draft as of right now. I'm sure on draft day they may make a or two to get up in the draft, but pick number 20. So we are rolling here, working our way. The 20th pick is Caleb Williams goes 6, which honestly isn't that unreasonable with the way. Personally, I see the number one QB in the draft, but a lot of people don't really seem to be a huge fan. I mean, look at this. Drake May available at 20. I had a comment on one of my other videos. I think it was the Browns video. Like I told him, these simulators really don't start to really get everything down pat until we hit after the combine, which is coming up. So won't be too long. That'll all be taken care of. For now, we just roll with what we got. Drake May's available here. If ours is available, I potentially take him. But those two guys aren't going to be here. And when I look, still on the board. Look back here. Fan Jackson Powers Johnson, but with Powers Johnson, he's a good pick here. I think he's going to do well. I think he's a good fit for the Steelers. He can play center. He can play guard. I think the Steelers' offensive line last year was probably one of the weakest offensive lines for the Steelers that we've seen in a while. And I think that they need to get more talent and some better players on that line. And I think Jackson Powers Johnson, if you add him into the mix on that Steelers offensive line, things are looking a lot better for you in the next season. Because I expect them to make a free agent signing or two. I think Pittsburgh is going to be a little bit more aggressive in the offseason and to pick up somebody like Powers Johnson in the first round to add if they get more players in the in free agency. So now offensive tackles be a little bit of a reach right now. Cornerback for them. Still don't know if I necessarily like anybody. I like Walker, but I think the pick here for the Steelers is Kalen King. I think he's a good cornerback. Now they're going to have two corners from Penn State and Joey Porter and Kalen King, but I think both of those guys are really good players. I think Porter's better than King, obviously, but I do think King is going to be a very solid NFL cornerback. He obviously will need a little bit of development, but I think the Steelers can turn him into a stud at corner, and if they can develop Porter a little bit as well. I mean, he already played great last season for the most part. I mean, you're going to have two good cornerbacks there to go along with Fitzpatrick at safety. So the Steelers could have a really good secondary here if they go with that. Now, at pick number 84, big fan of Ricky Pearsall. The thing I worry about with him is that he was a late bloomer. He had one big-time season where everybody really knew him, and outside of that, he didn't really have much. Same with John Wilson. He kind of had 2 years. And his size is just so incredible. So I'm going with Wilson. I think he's the better, like possession receiver. But when you Wilson does, I think he's like 6'6". He's gonna be able to go up over people and just make incredible plays. And I'm a big fan of him. I think he's an NFL receiver, and I think if you pair him with George Pickens on the outside, then you've got two really good outside receivers. And I think that is going to be huge for Pittsburgh, as Pearsall may fall to 120 here for my next. Nope, just went. All right, so we're going to check out the offensive tackles here. Look at D linemen. So I like all three of these right here. I like Wingo. I like man. Because I also like Keith Randolph this low is because he had a bad season last year, but he's still a really good talent, and I think that he's going to do really good in the NFL. But I still don't know. I think Wingo is a safer pick. I think they've got about the same ceiling, but I think Wingo starts with a little bit of a higher floor. So with him at pick number 120, think he could really help stir up that interior defensive line for the Steelers as it's getting old on that D line. Cam Hayes, like that, they're getting older, and so I think if you get Wingo, just help out your team there, getting more younger talent in the mix there. Then you look at offense tackle, not really anybody. Safety, here we go right here. Jaden Hicks, safety from Washington State. This dude is a beast. Love this guy. I think he's going to be a very good safety at the NFL level. And I'm excited to see where he ends up, what he does at the combine. I think he's going to be a very good prospect and would love to see him help out the Steelers team. Again, we mentioned secondary. I mean, if they get King and they get Hicks, you put them with Fitzpatrick and Porter, they could have a really, really good mix of secondary players in the back end. And now when we look at, well, let me look here real quick. Just see who all is. I'm going to go back to linebacker. I'm going to go with Tyrese Knight. I mean, he was the best linebacker in college football. The thing that worries me a little bit about him is he wasn't playing, top, but I don't think that really matters. I think he's talented. He can play anywhere. Now with Division II guys and lower end guys that have been drafted in the NFL and turned to just studs, really worried about that. I think pretty much sure and these perform. But now at pick number 238, with the last pick I have for Steelers, I'm going to go with Garrett Greenfield, the offensive tackle out of South Dakota State. Don't know. I mean, obviously, coming from South State, very good run blocker. So I think this would really Pittsburgh. I mean, you can make. They have a first, a second, and a third with 2 fourths. So that's good for them. They only have 7 picks, but the majority of them are top end. So, 5 picks are in the first 4 rounds. So that is the good thing for Pittsburgh. Recap here: pick 20, Jackson Powers Johnson, interior O lineman from Oregon. 51, Kalen King, cornerback, Penn State. John from Florida State. At pick number 120, Mekhi Wingo, defensive lineman from LSU. 1 Jaden Hicks, safety from Washington State. 197, Tyrese Knight, linebacker from UTEP. And 238, Garrett Greenfield, the offensive tackle from South Dakota State. So this shapes out to be a very good draft here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think that this would be very good for them. Pittsburgh fans, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know who you would have them taken. Let me know if you like this draft, if you don't like it, if I missed on some guys, if I hit on all of them. Let me know down below in the comments below. We appreciate all you guys tuning in. Help us hit 1,300 subs by the end of February. Appreciate all you guys watching and